For APCalculus, Notes 8.4, this is video 3. Based on the information in the table from the previous page, and this table was this hot mess right here, what inferences can you make regarding how to analytically find the following characteristics of a log function given the equation of the function? How to find the equation of the vertical asymptote? Well, it's actually pretty simple. You solve an equation by setting the argument equal to 0, and that will give you the equation of the vertical asymptote. How do you determine the domain of a logarithmic function? Well, you once again solve an equation where you set the argument greater than 0. That will be your domain. How do you determine the range? Well, the range is always going to be negative infinity to infinity for a logarithmic function. Found the indicated properties of each of the following log functions. We're going to put into practice what we just set up above. The equation of the vertical asymptote. I'm going to take the argument, I'm going to set it equal to 0, and I'm going to solve it. I'm suggesting the vertical asymptote here would be x equals 2. Domain, I take the argument, I set it greater than 0, and I get x by itself. So that tells me the domain is going to be everything to the left of 2, which is going to be negative infinity to 2. The range is always negative infinity to infinity. Does the graph lie to the left or to the right of the vertical asymptote? There's a couple reasons that we know what's to the left. One, if we get the domain right, this is telling us it's to the left of the horizontal of the vertical asymptote. Another thing is the parent graph lies to the right, but this we are multiplying the inside the x by negative, which is a horizontal reflection, which moves it to the left. So to answer the question, the graph of f of x lies to the left of the vertical asymptote, and then I could say because, or I can say this is the conclusion, and I could give the reason the domain is negative infinity to 2. Domain is negative infinity to 2, therefore the graph of f of x lies to the left of the vertical asymptote. Looking at h of x, the equation of the vertical asymptote, we take the argument and you set it equal to 0 and you solve it. So the vertical asymptote's 3 over 2. The domain, we take the argument and we say it has to be bigger than 0. So we're saying the domain is going to be 3 over 2 to the right of 3 over 2. So 3 over 2 to infinity. The range for every logarithmic function is negative infinity to infinity. Does the graph lie to the right or left of the vertical asymptote? Well, the domain is 3 over 2 to infinity. Therefore, the graph of f of x lies to the right of the vertical asymptote. That concludes this video. The next video, we're going to look at a table of values and answer questions about that function and its inverse.